Everyone, welcome back to Xploit. Now I am starting out here at the creeper farm because most of the manpower is required here at the creeper farm. However, I've been told that there is something waiting for me at spawn, so that's kind of interesting. And yeah, I'm curious to see what it actually is. Alright, so I don't exactly see it. Is it just that one? No, okay, that's just ink. Yeah, it's a good question. Where is it? What is this? Oh no, it's using bells. No, my ears. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Who came up with but why? Oh my god. Oh my. See, that is really the best use for belts that there is. It's just low-key the best use for it. Also, why is this not getting powered? It should be powered when... Yeah, that should lock the Trident Killer. Oh, yeah, that's right, because it doesn't change when you unpower it, so you have to flick it like that. But yeah, that's awesome. I like it. Let's just throw a Trident in there, just because. And yeah, you see, since it's using bells, it's an absolutely original design. It's definitely not something that has ever been seen before, or you know, been made completely silent with rays or something. But yeah, oh my god, I really didn't expect that. When someone told me that there was something waiting for me at spawn, I thought it was like, I don't know, a double chest of smooth stone or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty cool actually. I did not expect that. Well, anyways, back here at the creeper farm, and since I haven't done it before, I think I'm just gonna show you a little how this build process is working. So the first step for us was to lay out the circles. So that would be the inner 24 radius and the outer 54 radius, and that of course is the sphere in which mobs do spawn. And so what we did is we went to a website called Plot Modeler, and we basically marked the outline and, well, I don't know if you can say it, but the inline. Well, basically the outer circles and the inner circles of respectively the 24 and the 54 sphere. And yeah, we basically just made circles going all around like this. And we skipped 3 blocks every time, because, well, you need 2 block gaps in between the layers. And so that is how we did lay out the first steps. And what we did after that is basically just build stripes in between those. And after that, we of course remove the blocks that are in between those stripes. And the step after that is placing down the buttons. And that's basically just a button every second block. But we do shift the button pattern every layer. So right there should be a button. So that means if there is a button on the layer below, there is no button. And on the next lines, we also shift the pattern. And this is so that we have surface spawns on the first 2 layers, which of course we want because surface spawns are important. And well, the rest is just because I don't know really, but I guess it's just systematic, and that makes things a lot more simpler. But yeah, one thing, however, there is to consider is that because of the way that these buttons block spider spawns, they do need buttons on both sides to block spiders and only allow creepers, because otherwise it's kind of directional, but otherwise spiders may spawn. So what we do when we place down those buttons and there's an extra block on the edge, we just shave off the block. That's why it looks sort of weird like this, why it does things like that. It's because, well, the spawning spots, the extra ones, were going to spawn spiders and potentially even skeletons, I believe, or other mobs. Well, not really because they were trapdoors, of course, but those we remove as well. And yeah, that basically would have caused issues with other mobs spawning. But the last step to this process is then, of course, placing down the trapdoors. And because there is an inner sphere for the trapdoors, it means that we do have to place down temporary blocks on top of these spawning spaces, because, well, we do need floating trapdoors. And no, the top of these trapdoors is not spawnable, luckily. But yeah, that is pretty much the entire build process, and it's taken us quite a while considering that this is our starter creeper farm, because, well, we do need a lot of gunpowder to begin with for, well, our perimeter, and just rockets overall, because, yeah, flying is very important for transport back and forth, and yeah, just for building projects where it's hard to navigate without flying. And yeah, that is pretty much the entire build process. And what we're working on right now is finishing the trapdoors of this layer. So I'm currently doing this layer right here. And I believe this is layer 12 or so. No, it must be 13 or 14. But yeah, so the last steps after finishing the last layers will be making a roof. And that roof will probably also be like the 24 to 54 circle. However, we will go 8 blocks in and 8 blocks out, so that there is still a gap in the center. That means we could fly in, and we also of course need room for the AFK spot. And yeah, of course, also we need to block all the lights. That's why we go 8 out and 8 in. And yeah, this is pretty much the entire build process. I don't think there's much more to describe here. It's mostly just a lot of work, like a lot of work. Don't underestimate this. If you want to build this in survival, it's a very bad idea. I would not recommend it, and we can only do it because we have crazy farms, a lot of dedication and all that. But yeah, anyways, that's enough talking. I'm gonna go back and work on the creeper farm, because we do actually want to bomb out our perimeter someday, so that we can advance in, well, everything. And that's pretty much the only bottleneck we have right now. We don't have access to TNT and a proper source of gunpowder overall for fireworks and all that. Alright, many hours later, and we're actually almost done. We just need to do this one more layer of spawning spaces, but before that we have to make the roof. And the roof of course is needed because we need to place, well, the trapdoors on the underside. So we're going to fill all of that in. Well, not necessarily all of that, but yeah. And we're also going to fill the inside in, actually. I didn't know better before, but yeah, we're just going to fill the inside in because we're not going to make the second half, because after all, this is only our starter creeper farm, so in the end we decided not to, and we'll have the AFK spot on top of the roof. What we're going to do after that is expand the roof 8 blocks outwards, and that will make sure that the light level is dark enough in there so that all the creepers will be able to spawn. Alright, so what we've done now is that we dug out the site for the creeper farm AFK spot, and there is a ghost portal right here. Now, if you don't know what a ghost portal is, this is basically just a portal that doesn't exist but still teleports things to its place. And well, that's what we've done here, so that the creeper farms, the creepers materialize out of thin air, and Yodalf is going to throw some items through, and hopefully, well, we already tested this, but I wanted to get in. That's awesome! Look at it is really cool. They just, okay, that's just awesome. They just oh my god, just out of thin air. That's really cool. Oh, a pigman. What the? But yeah, it does seem that some items get on the edge there. They do keep momentum too. Oh man, it's really cool. It looks like Yodalf is there, but he's invisible. But he's on the overworld actually. Well, we also have to do these types of ghost portals in this update, because in the next update the easy way to well, crash the game is patched, and you need to crash the game to, well, ow, that's hard to get up. We need to crash the game in order to, well, I can't talk like this. Okay, now I can talk. We need to crash the game in order to be able to make basically the portal save into the game files, but not the blocks themselves. That way we can have a portal entry where things appear through magically, and well, not have any portal. That way they materialize out of thin air. And I do have a portal linked here. And yeah, by the way, since the last time I was recording, we pretty much finished the roof, and we also finished all the spawning layers. Now the last thing remaining to do is to place all the portal tiles and, well, properly decorate the killing chamber and also make a triangular and stuff. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, so it's been quite a few more hours, and look at this beauty. We placed on all the portal tiles, and oh boy, that's a lot of work. But look at this, it's absolutely magnificent. And this should be our decent gunpowder supply. Now what I have done on the nether side is that I have made the kill chamber, which is just a drop shaft. Oh look, there's a glitched rocket. Yeah, it's just a drop shaft, and there also is a shrine killer. But I'm of course going to make fancy walls and all that stuff when, well, when the time comes. But that's not now because, well, oh boy. Oh boy. I think some pigment spawned from the portal tiles. Not just some, quite a lot by the looks of it. And looks like someone already started the layouts that I built in creative, but I was thinking of changing it up. So yeah, this is the nether side. So what we have here is a drop shaft, and like I showed you above, there is the gold portal, and here is the trident killer. Now of course right now we just have a bunch of netherrack around, and it's all rough because, well, we just barely finished this, and of course there's going to be more decoration later, but yeah, that's going to be for later. For now I'm just going to kick back and enjoy the fact that we have gigantic creeper farm. So as you can see, the creeper farm is in action, and we're already building up the storage that is going to be in there. And I must say the ghost portal appearing creeper is pretty cool and all that, yeah. But anyways, since we can't have any water in the nether, what I'm going to do after I collect this experience is place down some bubble tiles, and they should be able to create bubble columns provided they don't have any air blocks around them. And we have sultan or magma below them. That is how we're going to get from the higher layers to the lower layers, which will be pretty cool. Right now I have my alt that is AFKing in the overworld, and yeah. And by the way, this farm also produces a lot of zombie pigmen because of the high amount of portal tiles that is used in, well, you know, this platform on the ground to get the creepers into the nether. And yeah. This is pretty cool, especially the ghost portal. This is just amazing. So let's see if that works as expected. Does it? 2? Okay. Seems promising. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it works. Nice. Should also work the other way around. But yeah, you definitely do need no air blocks around it. And the bubble column also, of course, needs soul sand below it. Or magma, I guess, depending on if you're trying to go up or down. But yeah, so I'm just going to add the 3 other sides of the bubble columns. Welcome to Xploit episode Pi Day, because today is Pi Day. Well, not for me in Germany, because there is no 14th month, but, you know, Pi Day, the 14th of March, that's right. And that's because that's the first 3 digits of pi. And well, since it's a very mathematic day, and we are all about that stuff on Xploit, we decided to do something, which is clear out a circular area for our nether hub. And what we're going to do after that, well, not after that directly, but we are basically planning to clear out the ceiling of Bedrock, so have a complete sky access view. Although the nether ceiling is quite useless, but yeah, so it's basically going to be a circle and of a radius of 32 blocks, and we have one center block, which is right about, is it there? Yeah, it's a 125.0, because 125.0 is the nether coordinate of 1000.0, and our spawn for the world is basically around 1000.0, so yeah, that makes sense, and that's why we're clearing out this area for our nether hub, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. What I am doing myself at the moment is using beds to clear out area for the initial circle layout. And what I'm doing is basically placing a bed, so it's hidden right there, and then just making it explode. And of course there's a little fire everywhere. And later we're going to remove all the bedrock, of course, and have it in a circular shape. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Alright, so we already cleared out the circle area a while ago, and what we are working on now is removing the bedrock. Now, Hazel said that she has some sort of automatic conveyor system for snow layers, and we're gonna use that in combination with a snow layer duplicator using flower logging. But Hazel has not been here yet, so we are unable to do that. What we just did in anticipation is use different methods to break the bedrock. I mean, of course, we all use the same principle. We all use the snow layers and set up a flying machine. Rufus is doing it with dirt, apparently, and Yodalf is also doing it somewhat manually, which, yeah. But anyways, how my setup works is that I flick this fence gate until there is a piece of bedrock 1 block above the netherrack, and what I do then is just set up some torches like that. By the way, this is only 21's bedrock breaking, but yeah, on a flying machine. And then you just flick the lever and well, it's gone. And what you do then is just remove everything that would prevent the module from moving, which is of course extended pistons, they cannot be moved. And you flick this fence gate until you reach the next bedrock at that height, which would be there, I think. Let's just move that. And yeah, it would be until there. So from there, we just repeat the process. And well, you just place some snow layers there, some there, do that. Then you remove everything, that, and you begin all over again with that. But yeah, you get the idea. It's not automatic at all. We're of course planning to have a better bedrock breaking system, because that right now is extremely tedious, and with all the bedrock in that circle area, yeah, it's gonna take a long time if we have it that way. It's gonna take a long time anyway, but like that is going to be unbearable. Yeah, so we're definitely planning to upgrade it, but for the time being, just to squeeze out a little time out of this, we're just going to do that. Now, of course, having a circular flying machine to remove the bedrock is certainly not something that we have or that should ever really be bothered with, because it's kind of stupid. And so that's why we're of course going to clear out the bedrock in a square area, or rather a rectangle. But yeah, so that is going to be something that we're going to work on in the next days, or I guess weeks, maybe months, I don't know. But yeah, we'll have to set it up some other time. For now, I'm going to thank you very much for watching this episode of Xploit, and well, I'll see you in the next one, and bye!